Now, if you have $100,000 or $75,000 and you want to buy yourself a brand new truck with 0 miles on it, by all means, go ahead and do that. It's none of my business what you do with your money. However, for me and my family with 35 acres, with livestock and trying to build long-term wealth, I don't think that's such a smart idea. And here's why, okay? A car is just going to be a tool. This truck, I need it to do a job. And if it can do that job for a lot less money, the answer is I'm going to go with that. Now, although I'm an accountant and I care about money, I don't want you to think I'm not like you. Of course I am, okay? My truck, the one I really want, my dream truck is a Ford F-150 Raptor 2020 white with the black accents, with the black interior. Obviously, as you can see, this truck is the wrong color, outside and inside, wrong year. But guess what? It saved me a ton of money, and I think this is a genius idea. So let's get into it. Now, the thing about this truck that makes absolutely 0 sense is the price, okay? So when this car actually came out, it came out in 2004 and it cost about $32,000. Now, I know what you're thinking, Tommy. $32,000 is pretty cheap for a truck, right? That's because you're thinking about today's money. But back then, $32,000 is equal to now, I don't know, about $60,000 adjusted for inflation. And today, I actually bought this car for about $8,000. That means I saved so much money because the first guy bought it new, used it, and now I get to buy it for a fraction of the price. Now, if you're wondering, Tommy, this car is old, so it probably doesn't have all the life bettering features that I need a car to actually have. Well, that's exactly what I thought, because 2004, definitely no backup camera. Here's the cool thing about this car that a lot of people don't know, basically, okay? Although it is 2004, it has the automatic headlights, it has the heated seats, it has the great steering, I guess that's what I would call it. I don't know what else to call it. And it even has the heated, what is it called? Like the window thing on the side where you actually look back and forth. I'll put a name right there. Just comment down below because you know exactly what I'm talking about. But more importantly, you know what this truck has? This truck actually has cruise control. I cannot believe that. I thought cruise control was like this advanced piece of technology, but no. Even this truck that is 2004 actually has it. Now, with all these videos that I do about buying old things, I want to show you guys that this actually turns on. This is a diesel. It is a 6.0. But I'm going to tell you just in a second why this 6.0 is actually pretty good. So there you go. Keys inside the ignition. And it is getting ready. And now we go ahead and we turn it on. Let's see if it turns on. There you go. And I learned that whenever you turn on a diesel truck, it's supposed to sound like a sewing machine, which is kind of crazy, right? But yeah, this truck turns on, it works, it moves, and it has a lot of features that I did not expect a car like this to actually have, especially the leather seats. And you might think, Tommy, these leather seats must be terrible, right? Because they're so old. The answer is the guy actually took care of them, so they're actually in pretty good condition. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tommy, sure, the car turns on now, but is it gonna be turned on in the next couple of years? Because by the way, this truck has about 195,000 miles on it. That's not a lot for a truck like this, honestly, but it's also not a small amount of mileage, right? It is almost 200,000 miles. Well, the answer is this, guys, okay? There are a couple of things that are extremely wrong with this vehicle, and I tried my best to fix it to make sure that those problems don't occur. So right here, you can pretty much see everything that's wrong with this vehicle. Number one is the radiator. When I bought the radiator, it was actually leaking. So I went ahead and I bought an all aluminum radiator so it never leaks again. You kind of fix that issue. These tubing machines, which is like the exhaust, well, they're not that great from the factory. So I went ahead and I bought replacements that are actually top notch. So I know in the future, I'm not going to have any of those issues. The water pump has been replaced. The thermostat has been replaced. I've done a couple of things to this truck to kind of make sure that going forward in the future, well, I'm not going to have all of those problems. So I think I've done a pretty good job. Now, the reason I mention all the things that could go wrong is not because I think it's gonna go wrong, but it's just because I want to be preventative. Like, An ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. That's what the old people basically say. And you might say, Tommy, but this is an old truck. What happens when something goes bad, when something breaks and you have to fix it? The answer is, when you think about it, I'm $8,000 in the hole for this vehicle, plus maybe like $500-600 in repair or so. But is it really ever going to come the time where I'm going to spend an extra $50,000 on this truck? The answer is, of course not. And that's the whole idea. When you compare buying a truck for $8,000 versus buying a newer truck for $45,000 to $75,000 to get everything brand new that is still going to go bad, well, the math just ain't mathing. This is obviously going to be a better investment. Even if I have to replace this vehicle 5 times, I'm still below $45,000. So it doesn't really matter when you think about it that way. You know what I really like about this truck? It's not that it has a crazy amount of towing capacity. It's not that it has heated seats. It's not that it has all that fancy stuff. No, my favorite thing about this truck, honestly, is that I don't have a car payment. I don't know about you guys, okay, but I don't have $45,000 or even $75,000 to spend on a brand new truck. I don't have it. And you might say, well, why don't you just go ahead and finance it? Don't complain about it. I don't want to send anybody $850 to $1,000, not counting insurance, diesel, and all the maintenance that it takes to run a truck. I don't want to do that. Not every month. I think whenever people borrow more than they can afford to pay for something in cash, a lot of the times it kind of just takes the joy away from it. I love driving this truck, but I wouldn't love driving this truck if every time I got into it, I knew I got to spend $850 every month on a car payment. I think that would suck the joy out of it. So yeah, it might not be a new truck, might not be the prettiest truck, the wrong color, but at least there's no car payment on it. Now, you know what the best thing is about this truck? It's that you don't have to worry about the car losing value. And here's what I mean, okay? The first guy that bought this truck probably paid about $32,000. By the end of the year, it was worth about $25,000. The guy I got this truck from, well, he probably paid about $15,000. And I paid for it, well, only about $8,000. Now you might think, well, Tommy, yeah. And when you sell it, you're going to sell it for $2, okay? The answer is no, not really. Because I bought this truck for about $3,000 less than it's worth, and because it's already so old, well, the price doesn't keep falling that quickly, which basically means that, well, I am going to have my money protected in this truck for a lot longer than the first guy. The people that have to worry about their trucks and their cars and their vehicles losing a ton of money are the people that are buying brand new vehicles. So that's a good thing. We don't got to worry about that. Now, I'm not going to act like everything's perfect with this truck because honestly, it isn't. One of the biggest problems with this truck is my ego. Whenever you buy something like this that's older, you kind of start thinking, what if I had gotten the King Ranch version, the better trim, a better year, or whatever it is, okay? The answer is, I kind of fight that battle, and then I'm like, this was probably a good decision, and I'm going to stick with it, okay? And the second thing that you kind of have to worry about with this truck is basically buy a truck only if you need a truck, okay? If you're not going to be pulling anything, if you're just going to be coming home and then going to work, then it's probably not going to be worth it. This truck gives you about 15 miles per gallon. I mean, I could probably walk more efficiently, okay? So you're going to be spending some money on fuel, all right? So you got to think about that. So in the end, do I think you should get an old used truck? The answer is, well, if you want one and you need one, then why not? Now, if people are telling you you need to buy something brand new, but they're not going to pay your bills, then probably just get you a good truck you can afford. That's what I did. So let me give you guys a walk around the truck. This is how you get, this is the front of the truck. Got some water in there. It still has the original radio. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And it works too. This is the backup camera, which doesn't work. I need to fix it. And then this is the back of the truck. This is one of the things that I actually like the most. So you can actually put people back here, and back here got a bag, and then got a baby seat right there, which is crazy on a truck. But yeah, it's a pretty nice truck overall. And something that's pretty cool, I just spotted this. I'm guessing it's like a cup thing. Look at that. And not just that, guys, but check this out, okay? I remember seeing stuff like this when I was a kid, which is this turns into a chair. You see, so you can have somebody here, somebody there, 3 people here, and then 3 people in the back. Isn't that awesome?